the world knows that Luka Doncic just got traded to the Lakers. The stroke of midnight, it seems like, to the Lakers for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a bucket of chicken. This is Dallas basketball now. Luka-less Mavericks. Let me go to sleep and wake up. Maybe this is a dream. Maybe this ain't really happening. That's a sad, sad situation in Dallas. Now, the one thing I will say, my biggest problem with the deal is the fact that I didn't like the haul. I didn't like what we got in return. Like, I feel like just in the past few years, when Kevin Durant got traded, they got like 5 first-round picks for him. When Mikal Bridges got traded to the Knicks, they got 5 picks for Mikal Bridges. And we over here with 1 first-round pick. Here's the thing. If I ever thought we were going to trade Luka, I thought we'd be set up for the future. Like the Paul George trade. Let's get a young SGA-type player over here, and then maybe we'll be okay. And it just kind of seems like in today's NBA, this is unfathomable as far as what I'm still in disbelief. Another thing, it's usually when you see these types of deals, like part of the deal is we need one young player like to grow with, you know, and then you'll have some type of veteran throw in and then draft picks. And we didn't get that. And the biggest thing I was saying, all right, if this deal would make sense if we got Austin Reeves and 4 draft picks along with AD. Or even Dalton Knecht to be the young guy. But to me, Austin Reeves has kind of arrived. So an established guy. But I don't think that the Lakers would say no if we asked for Austin Reeves and Anthony Davis. Because to me, what do you do with Austin Reeves now? Do you use him as a piece to go get a center if you're the Lakers? Because Austin Reeves and Luka, they're kind of the same type of player. As far as, well, that's a Timo version. I mean, as far as how you would use them, I'm just kind of shocked that we don't get that player who kind of does the same thing on a very small scale. Generational talent. That's what Luka is. It's just unbelievable. And to me, it's one of those things where I believe that the league is rigged. The Lakers are set up to always be successful. Because only the Lakers could fleece you like this. Only the Lakers. And he didn't shop him. To me, here's my thing. I think you could call Sacramento and you could get Domantas Sabonis and De'Aaron Fox and some draft picks for Luka. You know what I'm saying? I just don't get it. Because to me, like, why? Like, Sabonis is the best rebounder in the league. He gets what? I think next to Luka, he might even get more triple doubles than Luka for all I know. But I know he's on a ridiculous pace. And I think that what he does on the floor, he adds more defense than what Luka had. And he kind of, now Luka is Luka. He's one of a kind. But I feel like De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis would have been a perfect little thing. But I don't know. This is like the Baltimore Colts moving to Indianapolis in the middle of the night. Can't do it. Now the one thing I will say is I think if the Mavs make another move, they might have won this trade very short term. And that's as long as AD's healthy. Back in 2018, there used to be this rumor that Kyrie and Jimmy Butler wanted to team up. So if Jimmy's on the move to get here next, maybe it's a Jimmy won't work with Luka situation. Let's just get better defense. Because Nico's saying that this was about upgrading our defense. The market on Jimmy, it doesn't seem that there is one, and the trade deadline is on Thursday. So I'm thinking we'd have to give up all that draft capital to go get Jimmy. I think you'd have to give up PJ and Clay or something like that. The fact that we were able to give up Maxey helped us with cap relief, because I'm pretty sure as far as money goes, that we gave up way more money than they gave us. So I know we fell under the luxury tax, but I think we'd go back over it if we were to trade for Jimmy Butler. But I just think that if we're in a win-now championship mode, there has to be another shoe that drops. Is it Zach LaVine? Zach LaVine and Anthony Davis will combine to play 42 games the rest of the season. Or maybe Lucas is 300-pound lineman size right now, and they're just like, even as an out-of-shape basketball player, he's one of the 3 best basketball players in the world. Us being so close to a championship and that not being a motivating factor enough for him to get in shape, if that won't do it, maybe nothing will. And I hate to put this on anybody, but I'm kind of hoping that he has an Embiid career from this point forward. You wouldn't trade Jason Tatum, and Jason Tatum ain't Luka. Yeah. This is like Herschel Walker with the cutting of DeMarcus Ware combined as far as how I felt last night. It's the biggest sports cry in DFW since the Nelly Cruz situation. The report is that they feel like these injuries are all conditioning-related injuries. Soft tissue injuries. And they're saying that that's the biggest reason because he's not taking care of himself. And it's just crazy that Michael Jordan was the hardest working player in the NBA and got people now all this money that they're getting. and they don't want to work that hard. I'm just shocked that he gets traded before Zion, before Jimmy Butler, that Luka just gets moved in the middle of the night to the Lakers. And I just remember as soon as JJ took over, you started hearing the rumors that the Lakers would like Luka to move forward post LeBron. I didn't think they'd be playing together. The biggest reason why we're all sick is we just had 20 years of Dirk. So we don't expect this to happen. Nobody expects this to happen. The funniest thing I heard last night was Devin Booker. He said that he heard about the trade while he was on the bench during the game, and they said Luka just got traded. He said, what, Luka Garza? And I even saw a tweet from CJ McCollum. He's like, I'm going to keep my bags packed because when the Don gets traded, nobody's untouchable. Then I'm not trading Luka. Because to me, it would have made more sense to, like I said, I'm not the biggest Anthony Edwards fan. I felt like Cat was a better player of those two. But I don't see those guys every day. Maybe Ant just loves basketball more than Cat, and that's what they saw in Minnesota, and that's why Cat's no longer there. Like I said, you've been hearing the rumblings of De'Aaron Fox in Sacramento for a while wanting to get out. But I think De'Aaron Fox and Sabonis, that's it. I would do it for those two guys in a draft haul. A haul. After a year of making a finals run, to trade, they said it's never happened that two reigning All-NBA players have been swapped for each other mid-season. Like, it's never happened before. To me, I just don't get not calling anybody, wait until Thursday, putting the word out, and I just think that precedent has been set where you get at least four first-round picks whenever you trade a guy like this, plus players in return. I just hope that this gets reneged like the Chris Paul deal. That's the only time the Lakers didn't get their way. So will it be worth it if we win the championship within the next 2 seasons? If Luka's tradable, then so is PJ. And I don't know, would Jimmy Butler be an upgrade from PJ Washington to have, Kyrie, Anthony Davis, and a Jimmy Butler team? Would you trust that? Because I think defensively, we could stop SGA with that. And we could do the same defensive stuff we were doing last year, but it's just like Kyrie is just going to have to be old Uncle Drew. And maybe Jerry Jones forced this move. I thought the biggest trade yesterday was going to be Sophie Cunningham to the Indiana Fever. She's the James Johnson of the WNBA. I guess she knows judo and some martial arts, so she's got Caitlin Clark's back. But nope. It's Luka, our Luka, getting traded.
Dallas Buyers Club.